Subscribe to LearnCab and hit the bell icon to get notified.
Hello everyone, good morning. I'm glad you guys are on time. Thank you so much for joining in. A warm welcome to all of you. So, let me introduce you to the faculty who will be conducting the webinar today. He is Mr. Professor Asif Pazheri. So, Asif sir is an MBA graduate in finance. He is based out of Malappuram, Kerala, and he is a university rank holder and has 7 plus years of professional experience in teaching and has taught more than 20,000 plus students. His core subjects include statistics, operations and statistic management, statistic financial management, and statistic cost management. So, without further ado, I would request Asif sir to take over from here.
Hello, my dear students. Very good morning. Now, my dear students, the topic of the webinar today, the best strategy to clear paper 3, business mathematics, logical reasoning and statistics. So whenever you hear the term mathematics, for some people it's a night miracle. They fear the subject. They don't want to learn mathematics. They have learned the mathematics without any interest. The government compelled us to study mathematics until 10th standard. After 10th standard, we have some options. You don't have to study mathematics. For some students, they selected science stream and they are still studying mathematics, and some are very fond of the subject maths and statistics. And even though even some people who don't like mathematics, but they love some parts of statistics, and for them statistics is easy. That is the scenario which we normally used to see. And now I would like to ask you few questions. How many of you fear maths and statistics? This paper, business mathematics, logical reasoning, and statistics. And how many of you are not confident that I'm not very good in maths? But there are some students, they are highly confident and they want to score 80 plus, they want to score 90 plus in their CA foundation. But majority of the students are not like that. They are fearing the subjects. Now I'm coming to the comment box. After, let me see how many of you fear maths. If you are highly confident, if you feel that you're very good in maths, that also you can comment. Rahul is saying that he's extremely weak at maths from school days. Don't worry, Rahul. Uh, not one person is like very much not so confident with maths, like very much. So majority of the people are not confident, but the fact is that the way which you learn the mathematics, that is the reason for some people at least they don't like maths. It is actually very interesting if you know the concepts. If you know the concept and if you learn the subject in such an interesting way, it will be a interesting subject. For some people it's a difficult one. For some people are very comfortable with maths. And Anil has commented, please help us in qualifying paper 3. Don't worry, I'm here for the last 7 years, from year 2015 December CACPT onwards. In every previous year CACPT, CA Foundation exams, my students used to get all India ranks. I'm highly happy to say you, I'm very happy to inform you that my students, almost 90 plus percentage of the students are qualifying in paper 3. Earlier it was business, earlier it was quantitative techniques in CPT. Now the subject name has changed, is business mathematics and statistics. Okay, now the thing which you need to clear the paper 3 business mathematics logical reasoning is very simple. And some people think that I need to get 90 percentage in my PUC, pre-university, and some people think that I have to grade A1 grade in CBSE, and some things that I need to get A plus in. No, nothing is required. Now I would like to ask you a few questions. Do you know how to compute 3 plus 4? If you know the answer of 3 plus 4, if you know what is the answer of 3 into 4, if you know what is the answer of 5 into 2, I think it is possible. If you know how to compute these figures, you will be able to pass business mathematics, logical reasoning, and statistics. This is my promise to you. Definitely you will be able to do. Now I'm going to start the webinar, and so hope you are confident. Don't worry, we will be having some competition in the webinar. You will understand that, and we will be having some challenging sessions. And even if you think that you're not good in mathematics, really today you're going to experience the interesting parts of maths and statistics. I have a competition for you where I am going to find out the fastest person of the class, the Usain Bolt of the class. Okay, so are you ready for the challenge as well? Don't worry, even if you're very bad in mathematics, you can participate in the competition, and we are going to solve the questions of 5 minutes, the questions of 5 to 10 minutes in a very fast time. Are you ready for such competition? The time could be maybe 5 minute question maybe done in 1 minute. No, it could be done in 20 seconds. Maybe it could be done in 10 seconds. Maybe it could be done in seconds. So be ready. Are you ready, my dear students? Hope everyone is ready. Now, if you have any doubts, we will be giving you some time to discuss your queries at the end of the webinar. Now I'm going to start the webinar. Now, my dear friends, today in the webinar, what I would like to cover, first of all, the structure of the exam. How is your exam? How many questions will be there? What is a mark for a correct answer? What is a mark for a wrong answer? How many minutes for each question? That is the first thing I would like to cover in the webinar. The second topics, what are the mistakes which the students usually used to do in the exam hall? How you can avoid such mistakes. So rectifying the mistakes and not trying to do any such mistakes will prevent you from scoring very less mark. That is the second topic today which I'm going to cover. And the third topic will be what are the weightages from different paper, and what are the weightages from each and every area. Even though even if some chapters are tough, but there are some easy areas which you can score. Suppose if one chapter they're asking 4 questions, 2 questions will be tough, but 2 questions will be easy. You can focus on that. So that I will be covered, and we will be doing few questions. I have selected 3 chapters of your paper 3. One question is related to ratio proportions, one interesting question on ratio, then one of the little bit tough questions on combination and permutation, and there is one gigantic problem which normal university student, normal post graduation student used to take even 10 minutes, but we are really going to crack it. That's the question from the probability, and we will do it in seconds. In seconds, okay, don't worry. And in that area we will be having some challenges. And the next topic, after having a challenges, what we will be do, what things to be studied. Some students, they will just open the textbook of business mathematics and statistics, open the textbook, start reading from the first chapter, then reading the second chapter, then reading the third chapter, and they will spend a lot of times on chapter called differentiation integration, and then they don't get time to read statistics, then they don't get time to finish the logical reasoning. No, that is not the right way to study. I will teach you which area has to be studied first, which are the chapter has to be, you have to give concentration, so in such a way that even a below average student will be able to score high marks. That is the one of the topic which I'm going to cover. And I have a clear cut strategy. This strategy will help majority of the students to pass. They want to get a minimum mark of 40, but I would like to tell you, if you follow a strategy which today I will be mentioning in the webinar, it's a strategy called 80-20 strategy. If you follow 80-20 strategy, even an ordinary student who is very highly feared in the is right now, you express your concern, who are very much concerned about the paper 3 is also eligible to get 72% of the exam. Getting 70% in this paper is a very good score. Even is considered as a distinction. In earlier, 70% was considered as a distinction. So even for ordinary students, this will be helpful. And there are some students who are looking to get all India ranks. Now, in the recent past, the students who secured all India 10th rank, the students who secured all India 6th rank, I got an opportunity to teach some of such students. They scored 82 marks, 78 marks in only paper 3. Even with that mark, they got all India rank. In early, when it was CA Foundation, a few of my students scored all India second rank. I do remember one of the students who scored all India second rank in 2016 December, where she scored 192 out of 200. In maths paper, she got 49 marks. So that way also possible. That way also possible. Definitely it will be possible. And getting 80 is a very good score. If you want to get all India rank, we need to score 80 plus. Definitely we will be having a strategy to get above 80 percentage. Definitely I will be helping to get all India rank. That is the one thing I'm giving you, those who are fond of mathematics. And majority of the students are here, they are concerned about the mathematics, they want to pass the subject. So don't worry, we have strategy for both the students. Today's webinar, I will be focusing more on those who are concerned. And in my live sessions and in my class, you can see the questions of previous years. You can see how I'm doing the questions. You can download the LearnCab app and you can visit my crash batch. You can see my crash batch, and I think the first 5 videos is free. You can experience how the class is going. So hope you will like that. Now, after that, the next topic which I will be covering, which topic has to be studied so that your toughness will be become easy. And then almost finally, I will be covering what will be my approach to teaching, what kind of teaching I will be giving you. And at the end, I will give you a comprehensive practice model which will help you to score high mark, which will help you to reduce your time, which will help you to find out what are your weakness area, what are your stronger area, which questions you are supposed to repeat, which questions you need to study repeatedly, and you can express your confidence level. It's such a comprehensive practice model which I will give you, which will definitely help you. And one of the one not many of the students who secured all India rank told me, sir, the comprehensive practice model really helping them. And some of the students, I do have many experience, the students who failed in business mathematics statistics, they failed in CA Foundation exam, and I got opportunity to teach them in repetitive batch. So though they are attended some other faculty and they came back to me, and I'm giving the class. In addition to the class, I'm giving you some comprehensive practices model and their feedback about the comprehensive practice model. So this is really helpful. If I got an opportunity to do 6 months back, definitely in the last attempt I will be able to pass. This is the feedback of for the comprehensive model. So that will be covered today. Now you know that the structure of the exam, everyone know that. Now, if you need to write something, you can use your paper and pen and you can write down the structure of the exam. You know, everybody is having a clear-cut idea. How many marks? Tell me how many questions are there? There are 100 MCQ questions. All the questions are multiple choice questions, and multiple choice questions are designed in such a way that some model is given inside the textbook and exercises. In that way, multiple choice questions is used to come in the exam. In sometimes few of the questions are very complex in nature used to come, but their number is slightly less. It very rarely used to happen in the second last exam of CA Foundation. 3 such questions is happened. Apart from that, all other questions are pakka multiple choice question, normal questions only. And the duration for the exam, it's 3 hours of time. Now what is 3 hour? 3 hour means 180 minutes. Am I correct, my dear students? It is 180 minutes. So 180 minutes, you have 100 questions. You have, what is the time you will get? Tell me. 180 divided by 100, it is 1.8 minutes. 1.8 minutes, zero point 0.8 minutes, it is 48 seconds. So one question is having 1 minute and 48 seconds. Earlier in CSEPT exam, there were only 72 seconds for one question. Now one question is having 1 hour 42 minutes. Earlier it was 1 hour and 12 minutes. Now you have additional time. And for every right answer, you will get 1 mark. And there is a penalty for the wrong answer. So your strategy has to be very, you have to go for a clear cut strategy. If you are attending questions unnecessarily, and if you are doing some what is that, you are just experimenting your luck, you will lose. So you should have a very clear cut strategy so that you should not lose your mark. And you should have a, that will be, I will be going to cover here. So there are some students who just attending every questions unnecessarily and losing their mark. So we should have, since there is a minus mark, you should not focus on the questions that you don't know, you are not confident. Even unattending is also a best strategy. But there are some professional exams where there is no negative mark, like is chartered financial analyst and CMA US exams like that, where you can attend all the questions. But here, this is not the right place to attend all the questions and test your luck. So better don't attend the questions which you don't know. That is the best strategy. My advice to you. Now, tell me, my dear friends, the next topic of the day, what are the mistakes used to do by the students? Now, I would like to tell you few of the mistakes which you also experience. You might be also experience even if you are a repeater student. Now, the first mistake, first question first. Let me tell you one of my experience in the year 2014 June. One of my studious students, she's very good in accounts, she's very good in all the subjects. So when she got the question paper, it was in CSEPT exam. What she did, she started attending the first question. The first question was very big question, and she, since there is some ego workout in her mind, she herself positioned as a studious student, and she herself perceived that she is one of the studious students, she can do all the questions. That is her attitude. And she attended the first question, that was a very big question, and she spent approximately 20 minutes for the first question, and her answer was correct. She was happy, but the time gone is 20 minutes. Next question, again it was also a tough question. She had attended it. Take the time taken to attend the second question was 9 minutes, and her answer was wrong. She got upset. She got upset, and she could not perform the exam very well in that day, and she failed in CA CPT exam. That should not happen. You should not attend first question first. You have to go easy questions first. Even the toughest question, integral e raised to 5x into sine 8x, whatever be it is. Okay, if you attend such a question and mode can be obtained from dash, answer is histogram, you will get 1 mark. If you attend the very easy question, you will get 1 mark. Dash can be obtained from histogram. You answer is mode. Mode can be obtained from histogram. This have 1 mark. And if you are going for an integration question, it's also having 1 mark. So don't try to attend the complicated questions first. So my suggestion, to attend easy questions first. It should not focus on the first question first. And second mistake students used to make in the exam hall, might be some of you have done this. This is the mistake which is made by the above average student, especially those who have studied maths used to commit this mistake. What they used to do, they want to attend all the questions. Since I have studied mathematics in my PUC, pre-university course, my plus 2, my higher secondary, so I know everything and I want to attend all. I want to test my lucky. This is a wrong strategy. And the third strategy, spending lot of time on a single question. If you feel any of the question which takes lot of time to solve, just ignore it. So go easy, 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 easy. Once you read, you start from the first question, then go. If you find that the first question is tough, you put some dot over here. And second question you feel is very easy, then you have attended, put a mark like this. Third question you attended, put a mark like this. Fourth question, if you feel it is tough, put a dot mark like this. And 99th question is a easy, 100 question is a tough, you put a dot. Now once you finish the first 100 questions, I'm damn sure that you will be able to score 60 questions which you will find easy. Then there will be 40 questions. Among the 40 questions, I'm 100% sure that only maximum, not only maximum, at any possibility, only 10 questions will be high tough. Only 10 questions will be high tough. High tough means the word toughness, high tough, which I used according to your perspective. It will not be a tough for a mathematics person. You got idea? So even though still there are, if you feel that the 10 questions are highly tough, which we should not attend at anyway under any cost, then still there are 30 questions. From the 30 questions, you can pick up the best 20 questions. Again, out of 20 questions, you can score 15. This could be the way you should go for the exam, other than attending the first question, second question like that. Hope it is clear. Now I will be speaking about the weightage of the subject. Don't worry, I will be giving you some problems. Don't feel boring. Are you there, my dear students? Do you feel any boring? Are you confident? I will be giving you some challenges. Okay, don't worry. After this, I will teach some questions. Then I will give you some other questions. I will tell you some stories of maths. Don't worry. Okay, so you are all following. Okay, happy to hear that. Okay, now I'm continuing the presentation. Now, the weightage of the subject. Now, you know that the paper 3 is a business mathematics. It's having 40 percentage. The part B is logical reasoning. It's 20 percentage. It's 40 percentage means 100 questions. 100 questions out of 100 questions, 40 percentage means it's 40 marks. It's 40 marks. And this is 20 marks, 20 questions, 20 marks. And statistics part is also having 40 questions and the weightage is 40 percentage. So this is the weightage, which everyone know that. Now the first chapter is so the first part is business mathematics. Now I will be telling which are the chapters and what are their weightages. Now there are totally 8 chapters is there. So actually it is not 8, but we can say that it is 8. The number of chapters, technically it is 8, but it is something more than that. Anyway, it is 8. Now you can write this in all the chapters. Very basic rule, in all the chapters the weightage is 4 mark. All the chapter the weightage is 4 mark. 4 mark, except 2 chapters. One chapter is called time value of money. The number of questions which was tested in the second last exam was 11. The last exam, I think 13 questions. Still the original question paper is not yet appeared. So 13 questions. So this chapter is having high weightage. It's a very interesting chapter. I love this chapter. Even if the faculty is very fond of some chapters, even students will also be loving this chapter because it's a pakka finance chapter. I'm an expert in finance. I would like to say I'm an expert in finance. I'm highly interested in financial calculation. I'm a person, I don't know anything about accounts. I don't know what is debit, what comes in, credit, what goes out. I don't know all those stuffs. I don't know. I still never I didn't got an opportunity to study balance sheet and all. And I'm a person, you heard about there are many people in the world, they are not able to get their balance sheet uh, got tally. You know that if the left hand side of the balance sheet is 3000, the right hand side of the balance sheet should be 3000. Okay, this is the one of the very good moment for a finance student. If we got left hand side of the balance sheet is 3000 and right hand side of the balance sheet 3000, then you are an expert in balance sheet, right? So there are many students in the world that didn't get 3000, 3000 left hand side and right hand side. My knowledge with the accounts is very poor, but I am sure, I'm highly confident in finance subject. This is this topic which I am teaching for CMA US. In CMA US part 2, I'm a specialist. My recorded classes are highly selling in Dubai market, and there is high demand for my class, so it's my favorite area. And the time value of money is another topic which I am teaching in chartered financial analyst CFA level 1, where there is many lot of complex questions, lot of practical applications. So I love this chapter. So the chapter which I am loving, you also must love. You will be loving, I'm damn sure. And this is having higher weightage, which will be 10 to 16. All other chapters is having a weightage of 4 in simple common man language. And this chapter, only 2 is exemption. This is having higher weightage, and the chapter 3 linear inequality will be having 1 or 2 questions will appear, normally 2 questions. This is the only basic exemption. So you can say that all chapter 4 mark, time value of money is having 10 to 15 or 12 questions, linear inequality is having 2 questions in simple language. Now let me go for the details. It's not like, it's like that in every exam 3 questions, every exam 4 questions exactly. No, there's no way. The number of questions which may vary from 3 to 5. Okay, sometimes the questions, 2 questions from this area, 1 question from ratio, and 2 questions from the logarithm area. It may be like that. Sometimes 5 questions can happen, sometimes 3 questions happen. And some this chapter for some students it's a easy chapter, and especially the ratio part is a easy part, and some feels that indices and logarithms a little bit confusing. So the toughness for this area, some people feels it's medium. So basically it's a scoring chapter. Anyway, even if they are asking 5 questions, even a below average students will be able to score 2, definitely 3. There is 60% chance to score 3. This is my guarantee for an below average students, not an above average student. And the second questions chapter is regarding to equations. We have third degree equations, quadratic equations, second degree equation, and we have the very fundamental 1 degree equations. That means 5 pen and 3 pencil. 1 pen is 5 rupee. So we'll say that 5 pen 5 rupee into 5. 5 pen 5 rupee. 5 into 5 25. And 2 pencils, 2 pencil, it's 1 pencil costing 2 rupee. So 5 into 5 it is 25. 2 into 2 it is 4 rupee. 25 plus 4 rupee 29 rupee. So they will tell 5x plus 2p equal to 29, and they will give you another equation. 6 pen, 6 pen, you means it is 30 minus 1 pencil. 1 pencil means 6 pen. 1 pen cost is rupees 5. So 6 pens, how, what is the cost? 6 into 5, 30 rupees. And 1 pencil which is costing 2 rupees. So 30 rupees minus 2 rupee, which is 28 rupees. They will give you 2 equation. Then you have to find out what is the value of x. You know, in this question, the value of x is 5 and the value of p it is 2. You have to find out that they will give you questions like 5x plus 2p, and they will give you some other questions. The age of one person is 10 years higher than the other persons, like that. It's an interesting chapter. We have to make the basic equations and find out the answers. That is a chapter 2. And chapter 3 is a linear inequality. The toughness of the chapter is medium, and there will be some graph. From the graph you have to find out the area, Actually, for me, I'm a teacher teaching CMA Intermediate Paper 9. Probably I'm the faculty teaching the larger number of students in the country this paper 9. And I'm getting the very best result in the country. And there is a topic called linear programming problem. Earlier it was there in your CA final advanced management accounting, where there is a method called graphical method. Actually, this is the application of graphical method. So as a teacher, it's a loving chapter for me, because I'm teaching advanced versions of linear programming. And also it's like it's very interesting. It's like that a company will be producing what producing two types of furniture. One is chair, other one is table. A chair is giving a profit of 100 rupees, a table is giving a profit of 500 rupees. And there are two inputs for making the chair and the table. One is the carpenter is one of the item which we are using. 200 hours of carpenter is there, and there is a painter who is doing the painting work of the table and chair. The painter is available for 100 hour. One chair record 2 hours of carpenter and 1 hour of painter. One table record 5 hour of carpenter, 2 hour of painter. Now you have given carpenter is available for only 200 hour, painter is available only for 100 hour, and you know what is the profit from a chair is 100, profit from a table is 500. Now you will be asked to find out the maximum profit of such. You will get an area where you will have to make a unit, like you will be advised to make like that. Your final answer will be like that. You are supposed to make 12 units of chair and 5 units of table, which will give you the highest profit. So you have to tell which, at which point you will get the highest profit. Is an interesting question. Actually, the questions of linear programming was used in World War II, where with the minimum number of bombs, the British military want to destruct maximum. With the minimum number of bombs, they want to create maximum destruction to their enemy. Such concepts is imparted to the mathematics. And with the minimum number of raw material, what we are going to do, we are going to make maximum profit. Okay, now I will be covering the time value of money. Okay, before covering the time value of money, I will be giving you one interesting question from ratio. Then I will give you a brief idea what is time value of money. Okay, my dear students, so are you ready for a problem? Are you ready for a problem? I will be giving a funny examples. We can do a questions on ratio. Are you ready? I'm asking you, my dear students. You can use your comment box. Okay. Now, I will tell you a man who is selling the soap powder. Who is selling the soap powder? Now, you know the soap powder business. The soap powder business, they are making the soap powder and selling the soap powder in the market for a profit. But this man is slightly different. What is it to do? Let's see the question. This man, instead of making the soap powder at his factory, what he used to do? The soap powder seller mixed a branded soap powder costing 160. He will go to the shop and he will buy some Surf Excel. He will buy the laundry pack of Surf Excel at rupees 160. Laundry pack of Surf Excel at rupees 160, with he mix with some other low quality soap powder which he will get from the market at rupees 90. What is to do? He goes to the market and buy the laundry pack of Surf Excel, which is costing 160 per kg. Then he mixes the low quality, the very low quality soap powder, which is costing 90 rupees. And he mixes the soap powder in such a that after mixing the high quality soap powder with a low quality soap powder, the cost after mixing will become 120. Now his cost of after mixing will become 120. Now in his soap powder, some parts are Surf Excel, is a good quality, and some parts are low quality soap powder. So indeed it got some qualities of Surf Excel, but it is not the same quality because it is mixed with some other low quality soap powder. Anyway, got some qualities of surf excel, and his cost is 120 after mixing. What he will do, he is going to sell this soap water just only after mixing and sell it at 140. Sell it at 140. In the market, surf excel is selling at 160. This fellow selling at 140. His soap powder is, he's having like similar quality, almost similar quality of surf excel. Now surf excel is costing 160, his soap powder is costing 140. This is the basic business scenario. Now let's see this question. A soap powder mixed a branded soap powder costing 160. So he branded soap powder which is costing 160, with that a low quality soap powder which is costing 90. So branded costing 160, low quality costing 90, and the cost of cost per kg of soap water after mixing 120 per kg. 1 kg cost after mixing it's 120. Now in your mathematics they will be asking question, in what ratio does the seller mix up the brand soap powder with the local soap powder? Suppose in future tomorrow you want to mix some surf excel with a low quality. After mixing your cost will only 120. How to find out this? So I will teach you some simple techniques. Now you write the branded soap powder over here. This is the branded soap powder which is 160. This is the low quality soap powder which is 90. After mix your cost should be 120. Now simple technique, just 90 minus 120. Ignore the sign. 90 minus 120, it is 30. 90 minus 120, it is 30. Here 160 minus 120, it is 40. So they are in a ratio of 30 is to 4. 30 is to 40. Simply it's a ratio of 3 is to 4. This means 3 cup of surf excel or 3 kilograms of surf excel is mixed with 4 kilograms of low quality soap powder. You got idea? Take 3 kilogram of surf excel, then take 4 kilogram of low quality soap powder. So without doing any calculation, by just drawing a diagram, we got the answer. Is it interesting, my dear students? If you want to find out the proportion, proportion is 3 by 7. There are 3 plus 4, 7 parts. Out of 7 parts, 3 parts are branded. This is branded. Out of 7 parts, 3 parts are branded, and out of 7 parts, 4 parts are low quality. Now if they are asking what is the percentage, if they are asking what is the percentage, what you have to do? 3 by 7 into 100. What is that? 42 point. That is 42.85 percentage, and this is 4 by 7 into 100. That is 57.14. 57.15. Let's say 57.15. So this is the one simple technique for cracking the ratio question. Hope you understood, my dear student. Is it interesting? Should I give one more questions like this? Is it interesting? Yeah, it's interesting. Do you want to get one more questions like this? Should I give one more questions to you? Yes. Okay, I will give you one more question so that you have to do these questions very fastly. Ready? Now I will give you there is a biryani rice is called the basmati. Basmati rice is highly cost, is costing 200 rupees per kg. Okay. Now there is a copy of basmati rice. It's a very local, it's a local, it's a what's that, a copy of basmati rice, let's call it's a local rice. The local rice which is costing 90 rupees. What is the actual cost of basmati rice? It is 200 rupees. What is the cost of low quality local rice? It is 90 rupees. Now one of the seller in your local area, he is selling rupees 200 kilogram basmati rice at a discount price of 160. You are a trader, you don't know how he will be able to sell it is 160. No way possible, because the cost of basmati rice itself is 200. Now he is selling 160. Now you are losing business. All the business is going to this fellow. Now you also gone to him and you purchased 1 kg of basmati rice from him. After purchasing, you understood that he mixing basmati rice with local rice and is selling at 160. This is his technique. You got it clearly. Now, after understanding his technique, what do you think that you are thinking that you also want to cheat your customer? It is unethical, but right now we are learning ratio. So you want to sell the new mixed rice at 140. You got my point, my dear students? You want to sell the new mixed rice at 140. Tell me, my dear students, at what ratio you have to mix the basmati rice with the local rice? Tell me, my dear students. Tell me the answer. Comment your answer. I'm waiting for your comments. Oh, 7 is to 4, 7 is to 4, 5 is to 6. Aha, 5 is to 6, 7 is to 4. I don't know why two answers came. Okay, let's see. It's very simple. It's very simple. 200 minus 140, it is 60. 90 minus 140, it is 50. So the answer is 5 is to 6. That is 50 is to 6 means it is 5 is to 6. It's very, very simple. So questions of ratios can be, we can crack like this in this way. Now, this is the ratio questions. Now I have to explain about the chapter called the time value of money. This is the chapter which is the fundamental. This is a basic for the CA IPC, CA intermediate paper called financial management, and the CA final there is a paper called the strategic financial management, where you are learning simple interest, compound interest, effective rate of interest, what is a annuity, a series of every month you are paying 2000, 2000, 2000, 2000 like that, and after 36 months what will be the accumulated amount in the bank if we are getting an interest rate of 6% per year. So you have to compute the future value of annuity, present value of annuity. Suppose you are taking a car, for the car costing which is 15 lakh rupees car your father is taking, 5 lakh your father has been paid as a down payment, remaining 10 lakh which your father is supposed to be paid in 5 year. 5 year means 5 into 120, 5 into 12, that means 60 month your father has to repay the money in equal monthly installment. How much money your father is supposed to pay as EMI, equated monthly installment or equal monthly installment? So you want to compute the EMI. For this we are learning this chapter. Okay, it's called the time value of money. There is a concept called perpetuity, where payment is made forever. Every year you are getting 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh. So if you want to get 1 lakh every year until the end of the world, so it's called perpetuity. And there is some growing perpetuity as well. Growing perpetuity means in the first year you will get 1 lakh, next year you will get 1 lakh 3000, next year you will get an increment of 1 lakh 3000 increased by 3%. If every year your payment has to be increased by 3%, how much money you should deposit today? That is called perpetuity. Such concepts are learned here, is highly interesting. For cracking the questions of this chapter you need a good calculator. You can buy a calculator like a Casio company DJ120. If you have this, I have some techniques to find out the present value and future value of annuity, perpetuity and all. And your calculator should have a button called the GT. If you don't have GT button, it also can be done, but it is time taking. So better you buy a calculator with a GT button. I prefer Casio company calculator. Okay, so that is you have to keep in your mind. Now this question we have explained, the first chapter we have explained, and fifth chapter is another interesting questions. Do you want to do one more questions on fifth chapter? It's a chapter called permutation and combination. It's a scoring chapter. There are many mind-blowing questions from the chapter permutation and combination. From chapter 5 to 8, chapter called 5 to 8, your weightage is 30 to 50 percentage. 30 to 50 percentage is your weightage. So there is a chapter called permutation. My dear friends, I'm asking, do you want to do one questions on the chapter permutation and combination? Do you want to do one more question? Yeah, calculator is allowed in the exam hall. The rule says that you are not supposed to bring scientific calculator, you are not supposed to bring financial calculator, but you can take a normal calculator which is having plus minus into equal m plus m minus mrc dt button is allowed, nothing more than that. So you are interested to do one questions from chapter called combinations. Are you ready, everybody? So we will be doing one question. Okay, this is a question which I taken from your textbook. The number of ways, actually this is a slightly difficult question. Anyway, let's try. The number of ways in which the letter of the word mobile, there is a word called mobile, this is the word, there is a word called mobile. The number of ways in which the word mobile can be arranged so that consonants always occur the odd places. So consonants, there is two things, one is called vowel, and there is a second thing is called consonants. Okay, so consonants should occur in the odd places. So before doing this question, what are the vowels, what are the vowels given in the question? You know that the vowels in English language are a, e, I, o, u. So in this question, o is the one vowel, I is the one vowel, and e is the one vowel came. And what are the consonants in this question? M is a consonant, B is a consonant, L is a consonant. So now the word mobile is having, tell me my dear friends, first you have to identify which are the vowels. You got it clear? Which are the vowels? One is O is a vowel. Tell me, O is a vowel, I is a vowel, E is a vowel. So there are three vowels. Now how many consonant? M is a consonant, B is a consonant, L is a consonant. So you identify which are vowel, which are consonant. Now the question is asking the number of ways in which the letters of the word mobile can be arranged so that consonant should occur in the odd places. Okay, the word mobile is having 6 letters. Am I correct, my dear students? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, look at here. If it's a 6 number, if it's a 6 letter, if it's having 6 numbers, then the positions could be the first position, position number 1, position number 2, position number 3, okay, position number 4, position number 5, and position number 6. These are the 6 positions. Now what they're telling, the consonants means MVL. The consonants MVL should come in the odd places. Which are the odd places? The place number 1 is the odd, place number 3 is the odd, place number 5 is the odd. So consonants should come in the odd places. Okay, now this means MBL should come in the first, third, fifth position. Consonant should come in the odd places. Now for the first position, this is the first odd place. The place 1 is the first odd place. In the first position, M can come here, M can come here, B can come here, M can come here, B can come here, and L can come here. How many people are competing for the first position? M can come here, B can come here, L can come here. How many people are competing for the first position? 3 people are competing for the first position. Suppose the first letter came is B. Suppose we assume that if the first position is occupied by B, B has come in the first position. Now question saying that the consonant should occur in the odd place. The next odd place is 3. In the 3, B is already came in the first position. So the third place will be coming either M or L, either M or L. So how many people are competing in the third position? 2 people. Either M can come here or L can come here. Suppose the letter came in the third position is L. So L is the first position occupied by B. B got the first position. 3 people competed, of which B got the first position. Now for the third position, 2 people competed, M and L competed, L got the third position. Now for the fifth position, only one person is competing, that is M. So there are 3 into 2 into 1, 6 ways the first odd positions can be arranged. Now we have position called 2. We have a position called 2. I'm just changing the color. it's red color. There is a position called second position, fourth position, and sixth position. These positions can be filled by three numbers O, E, I. O, I, E are there. So for the second position, O can come here, I can come here, and E can come here. Three people are competing for the second position. And suppose E come here. Now for the fourth position, now two positions are pending. For the fourth position, O can come here, I can come here. So again, two people are competing. And suppose I come in the fourth position. Now for the last position, that is the sixth position, only one fellow is competing, that is our O. So one fellow is participating. Now odd positions has been filled by 3 into 2 into 1, which we discussed early. Now the remaining positions can be filled in 3 into 2 into 1. So that is simply 3 into 2 into 1. So 3 into 2 into 1, it is 6. 6 into 6, the number of ways in which the word mobile can be arranged in such that odd position is appearing consonant is 3 into 3, it is 36 is the number of ways which you can odd positions can be filled. Hope it is clear, everyone. So the number of ways odd position can be filled is 36 different ways. My dear friends, is it clear? Fine. Okay. Now, so the 36 ways. Now the next parts of the business mathematics is arithmetic progression, geometric progression. It's arithmetic progression and geometric progression. It's called a sequence. And seventh chapter is sets, functions, relations. Actually, this is somehow medium to tough. And the last chapter of business mathematics is basic concepts of differential and integral calculations. The last chapter is a chapter that is really tough for those who have not learned differentiation and integration in their PUC, pre-university course, or their higher secondary. For them this is tough. But even if you ignore these two chapters, nothing will happen. You will be able, still you will be able to score 80 percentage in your exam. Still there is a possibility to get 80 percentage in your exam. So these are the two chapters, little bit tough. But for those students who studied integration and differentiation for their foundation, it is not a tough, because is only having the very basic concepts of integration and differentiation. So no such big questions are from these chapters for those who have studied. For those who not studied, it's a little bit problem. They can ignore this chapter, even that create no problem to them. Are you all there, my dear friends? Yeah, without a repetition, which we have discussed. If it is with a repetition, definitely I will be covering in the live classes. Actually, we have few more times left, so we have to finish lot things, okay, which we'll be covering in the live. Now the question which we discussed is without repetition, in combination with the repetition, any number can come again. For suppose if there are three people, first question there are three people, again the same number will be coming. So again there is three people, three possibilities, again there is three possibilities. So it is 3 into 3 into 3, that is 3 cube, and 3 into 3 into 3, it is 3 cube into 3 cube is the answer. That is 27 into 27 is the answer if it is with repetition. Okay, are you okay, my dear friends? Now the logical reasoning is slightly new to you. The first chapter is a series, number series. The numbers will be arranged 5, 10, 15 like that. It's a number series. Then the direction, a man traveling 5 kilometers to the left, then moving to the right 5 kilometers, then moving to the right, then what is the distance from his home and what direction does he, and there are 7 people sitting in the extreme, it is F and G. There are 2 people between G and H, something like that. So you have to find out their seating position. And something chapter 12 is blood relations. So you should, Raju's father is having four simple language. Raju's father is having four children. One is Thomas, second one is Andrews, and third one is Radha. And who is the fourth son? It's a very funny questions. It's not like that, but it's slightly it's there is a grandfather relationship, then there is father, then sons, then the grandchildren relationship. It has to be arranged in such a way that, so you have to find out who is she will be your sister, and she will be your brother's wife, she will be or he will be your grandfather or grandmother, something like that you have to find out. And the last one is syllogism questions have done in your textbook with the help of some Venn diagram. Even without the Venn diagram we can do. I made some techniques for cracking the questions on syllogism, so that you will be able to do the questions on syllogism very easily. Don't worry. So some techniques which I made for syllogism. Now come to the part of the statistics. Statistics is slightly easy while comparing maths and it is scoring. I'm a faculty regularly teaching statistics in Kerala and teaching maths and all in outside Kerala. In Kerala, I'm exclusively focusing on statistics. The first chapter is statistical description of data. Normally 5 to 8 marks, sometimes 6 marks like that used to come from the statistical description of data. The chapter called measures of central tendency, mean, median, mode, geometric mean, harmonic mean. Then the measures of dispersion like range, quartile deviation, and all is coming in this chapter. Minimum 8 mark is sure. It's a scoring chapter, and there I will be giving a lot of questions. My content of the topic will be 80% higher than which is given in the textbook, so that you will not miss anything. And the very interesting chapter is called probability. Probability is one of the very interesting chapter. For learning this chapter probability, I made 52 different headings. The headings are made by me so that you will enjoy the subject of probability. Then there is a chapter called the theoretical distribution. Actually, it is a continuation of probability. In the first foundation exam, there were 11 questions from the chapter called the theoretical distribution in the first foundation exam. So these chapters together will be having approximate 15 to 20 marks in your exam. Probability and the theoretical distribution together. And one of the very interesting chapter and the scoring chapter is called the correlation and regression. There are some questions of correlation and regression which is sure, 100% is sure in your exam, and you will really love it. And there are some questions to find the correlation from a given equation, and in that chapter the textbook has given some questions, some things which you take around 10 to 15 steps, but I will help you to crack that questions in seconds. Don't worry. Then there is a chapter called index number. The subtopic of index number, the second part of the index number chapter is called time series. From time series, 2 marks is used to test. That is new into the syllabus. Actually, it is somehow connections related to the chapter called technical analysis of finance. So it's giving a basic idea of technical analysis of finance. So only 2 questions used to appear in the exam, and from the chapter called index number, normally 4 marks, sometimes 6 marks also used to test from the chapter index number. So this is all about the subject. Now we have a competition and our time is 12:35 and I have to cover few more areas. What we will do, we will go for a competition or should I just go for the webinar? Do you want a competition, my dear friends? Tell me your opinion later. Okay, then I will continue with the webinar and I will teach you some techniques. This is a question related to sum of two dice, which we will do at the end of the webinar. I will teach you some techniques to crack the questions in seconds. Don't worry. So it's a 1 second challenge. So let me finish the topic. Okay. Now, come back to the what are the things to be studied? What are the things you must study for getting pass in the exam to get a high score? The first one is study material. In study material, you don't have to go each and every one. You will get a good class from your faculty members, and what you have to do, you have to do the examples and exercises. Not all exercises are required. I know exactly from which chapter which are the exercise you should do. For example, in probability you have to do set A, set B, set C and additional question. In measure of central tendency you have to do set A, set B. In measure of dispersion you have to do set A, set B, then additional questions. But you don't have to do set C in measure of central tendency, which I will clearly guide you from which chapter, which exercise you have to do. And previous year's questions which will you will get from my lecture itself. I will be covering lot of previous year's questions, and there will be mock test papers which will be given by the LearnCab, and there are some other institutes also publishing the mock tests. Many other sources are available. You can use the mock test. Then I request all my students to complete at least two sets of any of the previous year's questions. This is not for get it's not for that the same question will come in your exam. That is not the intention for doing the mock test. If you do a mock test, what is the thing is that one is your time management will be correct. You will get a clear cut idea how to manage the time, and you will get a clear a feel, and you will be having a real feeling of writing the exam. That is the advantage. This will definitely help you in scoring high mark. That is the my request to do my from the topic wise. Now, which part has to be attended in your exam? Now I am giving you a 80-20 strategy which you can. What do you mean by 80-20 strategy? Okay, now I would suggest you to my students, there are some students who are not comfortable in all the areas. For them, let them study 80% of the syllabus. Let them study 80% of the content. Suppose if a non-mathematics student is not at all confident in differentiation, not at all confident in sets, and some chapters for him it is very difficult and he is not able to do it, then let him study 80%, and from the 80% let him get 90%. Whenever you study some chapters, make it perfect. Even make it pakka perfect. If you make it perfect, there is a high possibility that you will get 90%. I'm not mean that you will get 100% from these 80. Try to get 90%. Learn 80%. Try to get 90%. That so 18 to 90%. Score minimum 72%. Scoring 70 is a good score. Scoring 60 is a good one in this paper. Even scoring 60 is a good, very good in this paper. So now the very easy chapters so that you can focus in the exam are the first three chapters of logical reasoning. Then the entire stats parts is easy except some complicated questions. That will be maximum of 4 5. I'm talking about in the exam hall. In the exam hall, you can focus on the questions of a few questions of logical reasoning. Obviously, first three chapters of logical reasoning are highly easy, and then start spot is easy. Business mathematics, there are some easy parts. Now I am telling you which part has to be attended first. It's Please understand that it's not like that you are reading all the 100 questions, then you are marking this one, this chapter question first, this chapter question first. Not like that. Once you see the first chapter is differentiation, okay, now that is not included in the easy parts. You can skip it. Second chapter is from a chapter called the time value of money. It's a math question, and that chapter is included here. You can attend this. And the third question is from logical reasoning. You can attend this. Like that, these are the easy chapters. Whenever it is not like that, first you are selecting that chapter and attending all that chapters question. No way. It's not like that. Whenever questions coming from this chapter, you can attend. So the three chapters of logical reasoning is easy. then that is direction test is seating arrangement, number series, even blood relation is also easy. Syllogism, even I would like to say it is easy, but it will be easy for everyone, that is I'm damn sure. And then statistics part, measures of central tendency, you will be having 8 to 10 marks. If you focus measures of central tendency, your 8 mark is sure. Statistical description of data, my class, my note is enough to score 6 out of 6. Correlation and regression, I'm 100% sure if 6 questions were tested, 6 questions will be from my notebook and set B of your textbook. If you are good in set B and if you are good with my notebooks, this will be enough to score. And index number and time series, probability, then except apart from that some tough questions of theoretical distribution, except if you feel it's highly complicated, normally it's not like that. The questions of theoretical distribution will be easy. Once after I finish the lecture, it will be very easy. Normally they are asking questions from set B. It is easy to score. Even though the chapter theoretical distribution is tough, it is easy to score because majority of the questions are asking from set B and inside textbook question. But if you feel that some of the questions are highly tough, you can skip it. The remaining you can answer. And in maths, time value of money, this is the chapter you must study because the weightage is 12 marks, 16 marks. So you must study. If you study up to this itself, enough. If you study only, if you study stats parts very easily, if you study stats parts and if you study logical reasoning, which I mentioned, minimum 3 or 4 chapters, and if you study time value of money, this is enough. The remaining all the chapters in maths you can ignore. Even if you ignore, you will pass, but you have to study properly. That is the only thing. Then the basic concepts of combination and permutation, it is very easy to score 4 marks, 5 marks. Sequence is easy, some questions is very easy. Linear inequality, there will be 2 questions. Almost all the students used to score 2 out of 2 in this chapter. Ratio proportion, minimum 2 questions you will be able to score, sure. Equations also you will be able to score. Now then the remaining questions, once you solve these questions, then if you feel that you are a studious student, you are okay, you will be able to find out some questions on differentiation, some questions on integration, you will be able to find out. So this is the way you have to follow in the exam hall. It's not like that first I will do differentiation question, second I will do another questions on sets, then I will do a complicated question from like that. It's not like that. First go for easy, that is only way which we have to follow in the exam hall. Now regarding the study, which part has to be studied first? Now it's my suggestion which part you have to be studied first. Statistics part first, logical reasoning second, business mathematics third. Now in statistics, which part? In every teachers of statistics, they used to take the chapter called probability only at the end, because majority of teachers version is that the probability is highly tough. Students should be familiar with the combination, permutation and sets. Only those who are familiar with these maths chapters can learn probability, but I'm giving you guarantee you will really love the probability. I will solve the questions of probability, even the very complicated questions of probability, in seconds. I made 52 headings. With the help of 52 headings, you will really love it. Once you are comfortable doing with the toughest questions in an easy way, you will really love the subject. So I request my students, those who are seeing my videos, first you see the probability video, then you see the measures of central tendency. Once you do the probability approximate 6 to 8 you got, then you got another 8, so 14 marks is here. Then the theoretical distribution, another 6 mark, 20 mark is got. Then index number and time series, another 6, 26 mark. Statistical description, it's 32 mark. Correlation and it is 36, and altogether it will be 40 out of 40. Even for an ordinary student it is sure, below average student 30 is sure. If you follow the instruction, this is my guarantee. And for an above average student 35 and above, it's sure. And which part in logical reasoning? has to be studied. Direction test, time series, no, sorry, number series, coding, decoding is very easy. Seating arrangement is easy. Blood relations, then syllogism. With it's not I'm teaching with the help of Venn diagram. I'm teaching some other way, so that you will be able to do this. In maths, first you can do time value of money. Now, if you done the probability, then if you want to do the maths, you want to study some chapter in maths, then after studying the probability in statistics, then you can go for time value of money in maths, not a issue. So it's slightly different from the probability. Probability is one area, time value of money is another area, but there are lot many things which we have to do with the help of calculator in this chapter. Then the basic concepts of permutation and combination which we have to do. Then we have sequence, arithmetic progression and geometric progression, ratio, proportion, indices, logarithm, equations, matrices, then linear inequality, then sets, function, relations, and lastly differentiation and integration. Even if you reach up to this, you will be able to score a high marks in stats, this paper. Now, what will be my approach to teaching? I have developed my own modules. I told you in probability there are 52 headings. And it's like that. In different chapters, I have made my own modules with the help of my own titles and my own way of presenting. I'm doing your lecturing so that you will be able to follow the subjects. That will be the style of this topic, and different headings will cover different areas of the subject. Then all these modules are based on study material. Once you do a title, I will give you a title, I will give you a heading. Once you do that, you will be able to do that questions of the textbook. At the end of the video, I will tell you, now you can do question number 32 on set A. Now you have to do question number 6 on set B, question number 16, 18, 21 on set C. That will be my approach. Then I will be mixing the previous year's questions in that corresponding topic. From this topic, previous year, this question is appeared, I will be covering like that. Then we have a comprehensive practice model. This practice model really helped the students to score better marks in the exams. There will be doubt clearing sessions through our application itself. There is doubt clearing session. In addition to that, I used to give my contact number to my students. Even students can contact directly. Many of students sending their doubts of the question doubts through WhatsApp. Definitely, I will give the number and you can have personal connection with your teacher. I will be your friend. I will be your best friend so that you can ask the questions. Definitely, I will be helping you. And there are some crash batches for fast track revisions. Already my crash batch is there in LearnCab platform. I will be teaching 11 in the stats parts. You can see my crash batch from 11 keywords, 70 multiple choice questions I will be giving, and then I will be teaching all the previous year's questions in the crash batch. In the last exam also, from my 11 keywords, approximate 70 multiple choice questions, approximate 8 questions, that means 20% of the questions of statistics has been tested from the keywords. That is the first 1.5 lecture of the crash batch. So that is the good thing to say. Now we will be having the test series and we will be having lots of quizzes. Now let me give you a brief idea about what is our comprehensive practice model. You are supposed to keep a notebook with you. It's a ruled notebook, line notebook with you, and where faculty will be guiding you. I will tell you, you have to do set A. You have to do set A. Now you have to draw um, on the left side of your notebook like this: question number, answer, status, question number, answer, status. Here test 1, this is test 1, which you have to do at home. This is test 2. First question here, first, third, fifth, seventh, every alternative questions. Now suppose, let me give an example. Suppose a intersection p of a intersection b equal to 0, then A and B are option A mutually exclusive, equally likely, exhaustive, something like that. Now you put answer option A, you put option B, you put option A, option B, like that. So Once you finishing the test is after the test you will go for the answer. The first question, answer A, it is correct. If your answer is correct, you will be writing some status. The status are RR, that is revision record, CR, correct but revision record, PC, perfectly clear. If you are 100% sure that P of A intersection B equal to 0, then it is a mutually exclusive when, then you have to write a status called PC. And by luckily, your answer for the question 3, it is correct, but you are 50-50. You doubted that it is not right, but it is somehow for the lucky you got the answer, then you have to write CR. If it is correct and partly you have some doubt on it, then you have to write CR. And if it is wrong, you have to write RR. If it is wrong, you have to write RR. Like that, here also you have to write PCRR. You should keep a notebook with you. And now what we will do, this you use it to practice at the end of every chapter. So you will really love this way because it will reduce a lot of time and it will help you to do lot many questions. Now in this question you are expert. In this question you got answer by lucky chance. This means you have to study again. This is wrong answer. You have to study it very well. It is a wrong answer. You have to study very well. You know it very clearly. Then what you will do? It's a notebook. There is two parts. One is the left side, the other one is the right side. So you will have this notebook. On the right hand side of the notebook, what you have to do, all the wrong answers, all the revision required questions, all the correct but revision required questions, which you will practice by yourself from the notebook from the previous lectures. And if you still have some doubts, you will ask from your friend and your friends will help you. And still your doubts is not solved, you will be asking to your teacher through our interactive sessions. This is the way which we will be studying in the future. This is all about the webinar. Thank you. There is one competition. Actually, you have to do a 10-minute question in 1 seconds, but time not permitting us. Thank you for your nice feedback. I think all your queries have been cleared. Now you can type for your queries and you can send your queries to support@learncab.com. Thank you everyone.
Subscribe to LearnCab and hit the bell icon to get notified.